am Jeffrey, and welcome back to a new Kingdom Hearts stream. And yeah, we are going to be chilling today with some Kingdom Hearts 1. Going to be doing beginner so I can get rare items. Some rare items early at the start of the game. Yeah, how y'all's week been? Mine is going good. Of course, have it muted or the audio down. Yeah, nothing really much this week, I would say. Nothing really crazy or anything this week happening. I wouldn't really say for sure. At least what I could say. I mean, really just one thing I would find crazy this week is how the Minecraft movie of being a week already. Right? A week already from its release in cinemas. Which, yeah, is already crazy. Which I may have gotten the post-credit scene, or the post-credit scene, end credit scene, spoiled for the Minecraft movie. I still haven't seen it yet, but I may have seen, or got it spoiled a bit. I didn't see didn't see the scene in particular, but may have heard of who is actually in it. That could lead to a sequel. A Minecraft movie too. I mean, I really don't think this is necessarily a spoiler either, but have also seen what YouTubers are in the Minecraft movie as cameos. And y'all may have heard that they actually did a tribute to a certain YouTuber as well that y'all may know of from what I've heard as well. But yeah. Still very excited to see it when I do. Not sure when still, but I am going to be seeing it most definitely. I'm going to be seeing it. Apparently, it actually passing. Apparently, it has already passed when it comes to the box office more than the Sonic 3 movie. If I actually heard that correctly, which is quite crazy. Now, I'm actually going to let's see. I'm going to choose the sealed, which I do normally choose the sealed. Yeah, I do normally choose the sealed. yeah, I choose the sealed, and then sometimes I would sacrifice the staff as well, but sometimes the sealed. And if I said sealed, I meant sword. But for here, I think I'm going to... I mean, of course it does depend, too. It does depend what you choose and what you sacrifice as well. But no, actually, I think for this one, I think I'll sacrifice the sword. Yeah. For this one, I think I'll sacrifice the sword. Yes. And again, depending what you choose as well, depends on what abilities you get on different levels when you level up. It depends. So, let's say you want scan. Let's say you want scan. If you choose the sword, you're going to get scan at level 9. If you choose the staff, you're going to get scan at level 15. And if you choose the sealed, you're going to get scan at level 21. So, of course, the earliest, would be, if you wanted to get scan, would be level, or choosing the sword. And let's say you wanted guard, right? You wanted guard, which is another very useful one. You would have to level, if you choose the sword, you would need to get to level 24 before getting guard. If you choose the staff, you won't get guard until level 33. If you choose the sealed, you won't get guard until level 15. And so on and so forth. There's a lot of different abilities as well, depending what you choose. Like the first one that you choose. If you choose the sword, you're going to get that one set ability first. If you choose another one, you're going to get that set ability later on. And again, sliding dash, let's say. Right? Sliding dash. You won't get sliding dash, or you get sliding dash if you choose the sword, you get it at level 6. If you choose the staff, you don't get sliding dash until level, let's see, 50 if you choose the staff. And if you choose the sealed, you won't get sliding dash until level 36, 39 at least. Again, so on and so forth. Different abilities. And then, of course, there's a difference when it comes to the choices here. These choices depend on your leveling. Like, if you choose, like, the top 3, or the first ones on the top of the 3 characters, you'll get the Dawn. You'll get the Dawn route. And if you get midday, by doing, I think, the middle ones, all middle choices, you'd get midday, which I will go back to. And if you choose dead of night, which is doing I'm pretty sure all bottom choices, you will, again, get dead of night. Which, the dawn choice, if you get dawn, you'll level up faster to level 50 and slower after level 50. But if you get midday, it's even across all levels. And if you get slow or dead of night, you level up slower to level 50, but faster after level 50. Yeah, you level slower at until you get to level 50, and you level faster going to level 100. I'm actually gonna kind of make it interesting for myself, though. And I'm gonna actually choose the whole Dead of Night. Yeah, I'm gonna choose the whole Dead of Night one. I mean, yeah, we are going to be that means we are going to be leveling a little bit, a little slower. Yeah. We are going to be leveling up slow, very, very slow, until up to level 50. But towards the end, leading to level 100, we'll be leveling up faster after level 50. So yeah, I would definitely say I feel like this would be a worth one. Then having to wait until get to level 50 and then leveling slower until you get to level 100. I mean, either one is fine though. I don't really know anybody that wouldn't choose the midday one. I mean, I'm sure there are some of them that would choose midday. The midday route. But I don't normally. Again, I'm sure there are people that do choose that route though. But hey, I want to try to make it extreme for myself. Oh yeah, and if I go here, and since I have it on beginner mode, in beginner mode, you actually start with 8 power-ups, 8 defense ups, and 4 power-ups. Or AP ups, I should say. And if you go to equipment, you actually start with 2 rare items in the game that you would normally get doing different tasks later in the game on other modes. Like the XP necklace, which increases the experience obtained by 30%, and the ribbon as well, which reduces all elemental damage by 20%. Again, these two you would normally get by doing different tasks. Different side missions, side quests. You would normally obtain those, or by synthesizing as well. By synthesizing with the Moogle. So, yeah, being able to get those at the very start of the game is very handy, I would say. It is very handy. And this dark side fight coming up, you can actually lose to it. Yeah, you can actually get killed by this dark side fight and be able to continue. You don't actually have to defeat this dark side. Yeah, there are several fights that are like this in the series. Or, especially in this game, where you don't necessarily have to win. You can lose certain fights and be able to continue the story. Again, Cloud. Another example is Cloud when you're doing the story of Olympus Coliseum. If you lose to Cloud, when you first encounter him before you fight Cerberus, you can actually lose to Cloud and still manage to continue the story. That's another, again, there are several examples like that, where you can lose to a fight, and you can still be able to win, or be able to continue. And also, if you do, another one I can say is Leon. You can actually lose to Leon in Traverse Town and still be able to win, or still be able to continue. But the thing is, excuse me, the thing is, if you lose to Leon, you won't get the elixir that you normally would get if you win against Leon and after you defeat Guard Armor in the 3rd district. So yeah, I think it is probably best that you do try to win against Leon so you get the elixir that you would get for winning. Yeah, I feel like it would be worth trying to actually win against Leon. I mean, if you're doing a speed run, then it really doesn't matter. Yeah, it really wouldn't matter. Because, those are very handy to have fights like those where you can just, get taken out pretty easily and still be able to continue. Right? It'd be pretty handy. Sometimes these fishes can be so annoying to try to find. Go ahead and grab this mushroom in the secret place. This is definitely one of the things that I like about the Final Mix version of the first Kingdom Hearts is that you can actually skip cutscenes. Because if you ever played the original PS2 version of Kingdom Hearts, you would definitely know of the pain that it is sitting through cutscenes so many times where you can actually memorize the dialogue because of the amount of times that you had to watch said cutscene. Because if you died on the PS2 one, you couldn't skip cutscenes. So you would have to, especially when it comes to a certain boss fight, like Ansem Riku and Hollow Bastion. Yeah, it was definitely quite something. Let's see, I'm going to do Joe. Nope. Joe 1031. Just do a random thing. That's what I normally do, is just choose a random thing. Something random. Let's go, Riku. I'm not going to take the zip line because, it can not always end like you want it to. It can always not end up going the way you want it to. Oh, I literally thought I was going to fall there. Yeah, most of the time I can be able to win with Riku. Got a Purdy Stone as well. Got a parity stone from winning the race with Riku. I don't think I can reach that without this box. Like if I went onto that over there and jumped on this, and yeah, I don't know if that's possible. Got the mushrooms. Drinking water. Yeah, make sure to have water that you can actually drink because, yeah, you know that those fish and those sea creatures definitely would backwash. Those fish would be backwashing. It would certainly be backwashing, so you would have to be careful. I think that should be good. I think that those the right amount. Hang on. Yeah, we got 4 coconuts. Got 4 coconuts. I know you can actually get to 99 coconuts if you wanted to. Yeah, if you really wanted to, you could get to 99 coconuts. I have seen people get to 99 of them. Got all of the stuff. A wooden sword ain't gonna do no good with some shadows or any heartless in general. Unless if we had magic, which, yeah, you can actually harm the heartless with magic in Hollow Bastion once Riku takes the Keyblade from you. That's the only way you can attack the heartless in Hollow Bastion. At least the first visit before you get the Keyblade back. I know we are leveling a bit slowly, right? We are leveling slowly. But I am going to want to try to get as many of these shadows that are on the island as I can. I mean, if you wanted to, you could just do a loop of killing shadows. Like, you can kill all the shadows, go around on the spots of Destiny Islands that you can, and get the shadows, kill all the shadows, and then go into the sea sack and go leave it, and you can actually respawn the shadows, and you can pretty much just do a rinse and repeat until you reach level 100. I mean, yeah, it would take a long time, But you could do that before actually properly leaving Destiny Islands. If you really wanted to, you could do that. Oh, I was gonna say, where is the Heartless at? Because if so, in the red, right? So I knew it was somewhere. And again, just remember that Riku was actually supposed to get the Keyblade and not Sora. But since Riku's heart was, gotten with darkness, right? With darkness, the Keyblade went to Sora instead. Because Sora was not ever meant to have the Keyblade. It was supposed to be Riku. Still crazy to think that, though, to this day. That Riku was supposed to be the one with the Keyblade and not Sora. Again, there's definitely a lot of shadows here that you could do the strat that I was talking about. You could do the technique I was talking about. I mean, like I said, it would take a long time to do, but you could get there eventually. You could get there eventually. Yeah, you definitely could get there eventually. Takes so long to do. Definitely get there, though. Again, just check a lot of parts of the island to make sure you don't miss any of these Heartless, because a lot of the experience counts. And again, if you just wanted to respawn the Heartless, just go into the C-Sack. Yeah, just go into the C-Sack, and you can pretty much just rinse and repeat it, though. If you really wanted to, you could do that. Again, level 5 right now. And we got 4 potions. It would seem like we would got more, though. I mean, if we killed more shadows, then yeah. Right? I mean, of course I'm not going to be continuing doing this, though. But, again, you could do this. You could just constantly be killing Heartless here. and get there. But yeah, now we're going to continue. And of course, with this dark side here, you do have to bait. You can't do like dive to the heart and just let it defeat kill you and you can still continue. You do have to bait this one. And now we have made it to Traverse Town. We have made it to Traverse Town. I really do hope we would actually get to see Traverse Town return one day, though. Such an interesting place, though. I feel like we still know so little about, though. And again, you can very easily do the whole triggering to do the Leon fight early if you wanted to, like straight away, instead of going to each of the other places like the hotels and stuff, you know, going through the different Goofy and Donald dialogues and stuff when they're looking for Leon. Like, you could just skip those. Like, you could just go into the first or the second district and then go back to the first district and you have the shadow heartless that appear. And you could just kill them and then go back into the accessory shop. And then talk to Sid. And then walk back out. And it will trigger the Leon fight. And like I said, it's definitely best if you do win this fight. Because once you defeat guard armor. Yeah, once you defeat guard armor. You actually will be able to get an elixir from Leon. Yeah. Be able to get an elixir from Leon. So it's definitely best if you do win the fight. And again, there are some there are some scenes that are exclusive to Final Mix. That you can't skip. Some cutscenes that are exclusive to Final Mix, you are unable to skip. Again, if we talk to Yuffie, we can get this elixir here. And I know Leon says to just ignore the small fry. Right? Just ignore the small fry. But, again, XP is very special. Even if it's little, Even if it's not a lot, it's still XP. Right? It's still XP. So yeah, I would still get it. I would still get the XP. If we go into the red room where Donald and Goofy are, yeah, there's white mushrooms. But again, it's kind of pointless right now to try to get the white mushrooms, considering we have no magic. Yeah, considering we have no magic, it's kind of not any of use to us. Yeah, it's not really of use to us on doing the white mushrooms, considering we have zero magic, or, you know, like fire or blizzard or any of that. We don't have any of those magic. And make sure you do this. I just want to let y'all know. Make sure y'all do this before fighting guard armor. Because if you don't do this before you fight guard armor, you will not be able to get this this mega potion. Once you defeat guard armor, you are not able to get this mega potion. You gotta go over to Aerith, I think that's her name. Yeah, go over to Aerith, where the accessory shop is, and she actually gives you a mega potion. But like I said, make sure you do it before defeating Trinity armor. I mean, not Trinity armor, sorry. Guard armor. Saying Trinity armor like we're playing Birth by Sleep. But yeah, make sure you do get that. Definitely make sure to do that. Again, making sure I get these heartless before we go and fight guard armor. These parodies, though, that they are doing. Alright, 3rd District. We are now level 8. Not bad, though. Good job, Donald. Alright, guard armor. Let's go. Let's do this. Which, again, he's not that bad of a fight. I mean, if you're doing it at level 1, obviously it's going to be hard. Yeah, if you're doing this at level 1, yeah, of course it's going to be hard. There we go. Take that, guard armor. And again, here's where you would get the elixir. Obtain 500 money, and this is from Leon. Obtain elixir. That's what you get for baiting Leon. And now we got fire. And we got dodge roll. Put these on there. Here's the Trinity mark. Postcard. Mistral Shard. I think we'll head to Olympus first. Not to necessarily complete it. Not to complete it. But to at least get Thunder. Yeah, we'll go to Olympus first, just so we can get Thunder. And I will go back later on to yeah. We'll go to Olympus to get Thunder, and then we'll leave Olympus and come back sometime later on to do the rest of Olympus when it comes to the story. You know, like fighting Cerberus and stuff. Because you can beat the game without doing Olympus. Like, you don't even have to go to Olympus to even beat the game. Like, if you're just wanting to beat the game, like get to Ansem, you don't even have to go to Olympus. And you don't even have to go to Atlantica if you don't want to. And of course the 100 Acre Woods either. They're all optional. They are all optional that you don't have to do. But of course I'm going to be doing all of the optional stuff. Or all of the optional worlds. Though I am going to be doing. So at least to get Thunder, I'm going to need to do Phil's training. Yeah, Phil's training at the beginning. We're going to have to do in order for him to give us Thunder. And it's definitely going to help us with the Power Wilds as well. The Power Wilds in Deep Jungle. Which I will also be going before we do Alice... or in Wonderland. Before we do Wonderland, I will be doing Deep Jungle. Because Deep Jungle is where we get Cure, right? From Baton Clayton. And I would definitely like to go ahead and get Cure as soon as I can. So first, we'll do this Trinity. A chest will fall, obtaining some Dalmatians, which I am going to be trying to collect all of the Dalmatians though. Especially considering that some offer like a torn page. If you get a certain amount, it'll give you a torn page for the 100-acre woods. Let's go. This isn't really all that bad. Yeah, the training isn't all that bad. That was neat. Making that barrel launch into that other barrel. Breaking it. Thank you. Thunder Magic. We can now leave Olympus for now. Yes, we're going to get the cutscene with Hades, which I'll skip, and get the entry pass, which I will leave and come back later. We are now going to be heading to Deep Jungle. Which I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do all of it in this stream though. Because the battery is running a bit low. On here. And I don't want it to die on me. So we might have to cut this one a bit short. And again, this is the only time we would ever see Tarzan in Kingdom Hearts, though. The only time we would ever see Tarzan in Kingdom Hearts is on here. We'll see, though. Again, not sure if we'll have enough battery to do Deep Jungle before it dies, or what. Donald and Sora just arguing with each other. And yeah, this is another fight that you can lose if you want to and still continue with the first fight with Sabor. Of course, when it comes to the other fights with Sabor in the last fight, you do have to defeat Sabor. But this one, when you first encounter Sabor, you don't actually have to defeat it. It's another fight where you can lose and continue. And once again, we do have another high post or mega potion here. Mega Ether. And again, when you go to the slide, you can just quit the slide. We'll get the slides here, the film slides that we need. Sorry, Tarzan. Just we're doing the slides, which I'm pretty sure I have gotten all the slides though. Go back to the treehouse. I mean, yeah, I do know a lot of people would not like Deep Jungle because of how confusing it is, and a lot of platforming as well. A lot of platforming that's involved too. Now let's head back to the tent. Get Clayton in trouble. And this is where the Heartless come in. Because Clayton did technically draw the Heartless here. Yeah, Clayton drew the Heartless here. Because like Maleficent says to the other villains, when they were wondering what drew the Heartless to this world, to that world, Deep Jungle, and she says the hunter lured them there. It was his lust for power that was the bait, but it seems that the bait was too tasty for his own good. Or it seems like it was too tasty for his own good. Yeah, pretty much Clayton not being able to handle the Heartless, though. not being able to do the Heartless. Yeah, I feel like we are going to be able to do it. To finish Deep Jungle. I wasn't so sure at first if we were going to be able to do at least complete Deep Jungle in this stream as well. I wasn't too sure exactly, but I feel like we are now. I feel like we should still have enough battery before it dies on me. Tried to go and plug it up. Made some good progress here, though. I will say. Made some good progress in the stream, though. Most definitely. I definitely do understand people's not liking the Deep Jungle world, though, of how confusing it can be. You can easily get. You can get pretty easily confused in this world. Like, which direction are you supposed to go exactly to progress the story? I do see what some people are saying with that. People do mention that. Alright, that was the last gorilla saved. Now we gotta make it back to the tent. And then leave the tent. Hear the gunshot. Or the cutscene where they hear the gunshot. And then we go into here and fight Sabor again. Yeah, this thing could be crazy. Cast some fire on it. There we go. Knocked it out. Now we're going to have to go and rescue Jan. Or Jane. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and rescue Jane now. Just hoping that the battery will last a bit longer. We're almost there. We're almost completing Deep Jungle. Yeah, I'm guessing this is like a fruit or something. That's what I can only think that it is. Yeah, and of course the Heartless are going to keep on spawning until after you get that black fruit thing. And to get to where we need to go with Clayton easier or quicker, we could just go up to the treehouse and jump off the edge here. We'll end up in the area with "Not Clayton," "Not Clayton," as Tarzan would say. The first phase with Clayton isn't all that bad. It can be, but it comes to the second phase though, when he has the Heartless with him, which I always forget the name of. Yeah, Clayton can be kind of an annoying fight though, especially when doing level 1. But Clayton's got some nerves trying to suit a young boy like Sora though, with a gun. Like he must be mad. Or you can tell that he's mad. And yeah, you can get him into a corner. You can get Clayton into a corner and just start hitting him like this. But after all that, you will end up defeating Not Clayton. And for the effort, we get Cure as well. Yep, we get Cure for our effort. And that's what I wanted to do. Go ahead and do Deep Jungle to go ahead and get Cure. Now we go into where we steal the keyhole. Yeah, we have now completed Deep Jungle. We have now completed Deep Jungle. And we got the Keyblade as well. The Jungle Key Keyblade. And we got the Red Trinity as well. So yeah, that'll conclude the stream. Hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have notifications turned on so you miss anything new. And yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Catch you on the next one.